Hello, good afternoon, how are you and welcome. Today's small video I'm going to be doing a honey infusion with fresh honeysuckle and partially dried lavender. So I managed to get some fresh stuff when I was out a walk, and I was able to harvest some herbs yesterday in the garden. It has been hanging up. It's a little bit dry, but not fully dry. So that means when I make this honey, I would only give it a shelf life of about 6 months because of the water inside. And if I left it any longer, there's a chance of bacteria and poisoning. When you use a dry herb, because there's no water, that would mean that your shelf life is doubled. So you would get a year to consume this honey. But I'm going to be making a small jar. It won't last as long as 6 months. So why am I using honeysuckle and lavender? I do have my herbal books out, and I've wrote some things down, but I'll read directly from one of the books that explains it quite easily. So this is really good for, especially coming into the winter months, it's very good for sore throats or really dry coughs. So I want to explain lavender. So we all know lavender. It's been around for a long time. You've probably grown up with it. Most things are scented with it that you find, soaps and body creams, etc. But I just wanted to explain the lavender. I'll go with the honey first. So with the raw honey, because it's not heat treated, it means that you're going to get all your enzymes, your trace elements of propolis. It's antibacterial, it's full of nutrients. There's a lot in honey, especially the raw honey. So you have to be careful when you're buying stuff from the supermarket, because that's been heat treated, processed, so it's just a sugar. You're not getting any of those beneficial healing properties. So when it's combined with, let's go to lavender. So the lavender, it's a nervine, analgesic, antispasmodic, digestive, carminative, sedative, antidepressant, diaphoretic, expectorant, and antimicrobial. So this means that it's really good for people suffering with sleep issues. But the thing with lavender, if a person is really tired and they use lavender can make you quite alert. But if you're feeling quite alert and you need to calm down, you're feeling quite stressed, lavender is really good for just calming you down. So it's really good for stress and anxiety. It's good. It is a known remedy to use for headaches. Just even like putting a little bit of the essential oil or smelling the leaves or essential oil in a handkerchief is really good for just calming that stress and getting rid of headaches. It's good for digestive issues, and it's very good for skin healing. When we look at the honeysuckle, I thought this was really quite interesting. So let me see. I'll just read from the book. So you say the flowers and leaves of honeysuckle contain salicylic acid, a compound in aspirin that helps bring down inflammation and reduce pain. It has been prized throughout history as a deeply cooling plant and was employed to treat menopausal hot flushes, fever, and other heat-treated conditions. The flowers of honeysuckle have a long history of use in asthmatic and respiratory conditions. A honey or syrup made from the flowers is antiseptic and reduces spasm, helping to soothe a dry, irritated cough and sore throats. The leaves of honeysuckle are astringent and antiseptic. These can be decocted and made into a gargle to soothe inflamed tissues and sore throats, mouth ulcers, and gum disease. So there's many ways that you can use these herbs. You can use them with water, steeping them in hot water. You can turn them into tinctures, which I often do. That's made with a high proof alcohol that's stored away for about a month, and that extracts all the components, chemical components out of the herb much stronger than it would a tea decoction. With the honey, this isn't heat treated, so that's naturally just going to, over time, absorb these qualities within the herbs. And you would put it away in a dark place for up to a month. That's how long you would give it. And every day you would just shake it. So I thought it was important just to read from the book so I didn't miss anything out. But there's so much with herbs, herbal medicine, that one herb can do so much. Combining it with another herb that has similar properties can enhance it, that can work in synergy, just like blending it with another herb can take away. So that's why it's always good to refer back to your material, your source. So I'll go ahead and get started and just show you how easy this is. So I'm just going to put this straight. It has been washed and it's been dried. So I'll just place this in the jar. With the lavender, I'm just going to take off the wee flower buds. And once this has marinated within the oil for the month, I would drain it into another clean, sterile jar. And with the herbs that are left over, I would usually then put that into a bowl and fill it up with warm water to get all those juices from it, and then I would make teas with it throughout that day. So I'm not getting the stems in, I'm not wanting the stems, it's just the flower. But because this is a video, I don't want to take too long, so I'm being a bit messy with this. So I'm getting this in here. And the great thing is, it's there, you can use it as you would like a syrup. So if you did have a sore throat, you could take 1 to 2 spoonfuls at least 3 times a day. You can add it into porridges, yogurts, teas, so it's up to you how you want to take it. And just taking it by the spoon, straight away you'll feel it just coating the throat, and it'll soothe you. So bring it back here. So it's pretty much filled. You can fill it up more. That's all I have. But you can fill it all the way up to near the rim. The stronger the better. I might add more after this video, but for demonstration purposes. You are wanting to use something to get the air bubbles out. Try to see what it is. Just use this clean knife. So nature's medicine, and it's amazing how powerful herbs are and how easy it is to grow, or even foraging. It's amazing what grows wild. And this will change colour through time. And there's just something really amazing about going to your own blend of infusion, whether it is a tincture or herbal honey. There's just something just amazing about it. And you know what's in it, you know where it's come from. The thing about buying herbs, especially dried, you need to know where they're coming from. Also, you know, if they're sprayed with chemicals, they could be old herbs, so they'll lose their properties very quickly. So that's why I like to try and grow as many as I can and really research when I'm buying in dried herbs. So there we go. and I can add more herbs, which I will do. But that's just a blend, and this is really good, especially if you're not feeling great, you can't sleep really good. So I chose this combination because it's very, especially with the honeysuckle, it's very cooling to the body, and it's going to help relieve the inflammation, it's going to cool you down, and it's going to help relax you. So I hope that you enjoyed that video. I will be doing other video uploads of different herbal stuff along the way, how we can use it. And I will see you again. Have a good evening. Take care.